Welcome. Welcome to Unveil the Path, where we explore leadership from the inside out through story, soul, and the science of becoming. I am Ceanlia, and today we are wrapping up our September series on balance with a very human truth. Balance is not a one size fits all. It's just right for you. Can you remember the tale of a little girl named Goldilocks and the three bears? Goldilocks knew what was right, just right. She tried the porridge, one too hot, one too cold, one just right. She tried the chairs, too big, too small, one just right. And finally, the beds. One was too hard, one was too soft, and yes, one was just right. But here's the magic that we often miss. Goldilocks didn't ask permission. She didn't wait for approval. She tuned in. She tried, she felt, she adjusted, and then she chose. And that is the very essence of balance. We have been taught that balance is a tight rope, a perfect pose, a serene space that we should find and stay in forever. But if you are anything like me, living with attention deficit disorder, juggling big dreams and even bigger feelings, then a calm, silent mood ground, that is a little bit foreign for me. The settle for the middle ground, that's just not who I am. Extreme is my middle name, and yet balance found me. Not in the stillness, but in honesty. Not in someone else's formula, but in my own rhythm. Not in approval, but in alignment. Let me take you on a journey through barns and classrooms, marriage and moments. Because just right doesn't mean perfect. It means true. Picture this. I am 7 years old, standing in a barn beside my grandfather. I can hear the gentle moo of the cows, and I can smell the earth beneath my boots. I am trying to milk a cow. Squeeze, pull, aching, nothing. Then Grandpa leans in and says something I will never forget. The cows doesn't give milk. You have to milk it just right. He didn't mean perfect. He meant present. He meant attuned. He meant willing to try, adjust, and feel your way forward. And then, one morning, it happened. A tiny stream of milk fell into the bucket, like a shooting star sliding through the universe. That magic of just right. It is not always dramatic. It's not always easy. But when it lands, it's unforgettable. Let us be honest with each other. Balance has been sold to us as this graceful yoga pose or the perfect color-coded calendar. But here's what they don't tell you. Balance is letting go. Balance is truth. Balance is knowing when to stop trying so hard. I spent 20 years trying to make a marriage work, trying harder, loving more, giving more, until I realized trying harder isn't the same as trying right. It wasn't that either of us were wrong. It just wasn't right anymore. Balance is that moment that didn't look calm. It looked like chaos. It looked like grief. And then it looked like freedom. Just like it did for a teacher I once trained. She was older, very set in her ways, and quite harsh to a little boy named Ahmed. She thought he was lazy, disrespectful, not paying attention. But Ahmed, he had autism. He had very low muscle tone. He laid his head on the desk, not out of defiance, but because of exhaustion. I asked her to try something different, to ask him a question now and then. And guess what? He was listening. Every single word. Her balance came not from control, but from compassion, from adjusting her expectations, from choosing what was just right for him. That's the Goldilocks way. Balance isn't about being still. It's about being real. It is about rhythm, energy, and the courage to say the following. This might not look like balance to you, but it feels just right for me. Sometimes that means working at midnight. Sometimes that means sleeping in. And sometimes that means saying no, even when others expect you to say yes. Every time that you honor that inner knowing, you become a little bit more home to yourself. Want to live in your just right? Here's how. Check in. Pause before you say yes. Ask yourself, is this too much? Too little? Or just right for me right now? Feel your yes. If it drains you, it's probably not just right. Even if it is shiny, impressive, or expected, make edits. Life isn't a final draft. Trim what is too tight. Stretch what is too small. Choose again. Balance is a practice, not a destination. And it is okay if it changes every day. Goldilocks never waited for someone to say, that is allowed. She walked in, she tried, she trusted herself. And guess what? So can you. Your just right might be messy. It might be bold. It might change with the seasons. But it is yours alone. And if you are willing to walk your rhythm, not the treadmill, not the tightrope, not the checklist, but your rhythm, then you, my friend, are living the Goldilocks way. This wraps up our September pillar of balance. Over the past episodes, we explored belonging without betrayal, releasing with grace, and now living your rhythm. As we step into October, take this with you. You don't need to chase perfection. You just need to return to what feels like home. Thank you for walking this path with me. Thank you for choosing your just right. Until next time, stay soft, stay strong, stay sovereign. If this episode helped you to exhale, reflect, or realign, I would love to hear from you. Share it with someone who is finding their own rhythm. Subscribe so that you never miss a heartbeat. Your story matters. Your truth matters. And together, we are making space for what is real. I will meet you next week with a new pillar, a new path, and the same heart. Until then, be kind to your nervous system. Be true to your rhythm. And always, always choose what's just right for you. With love, Ceanlia.